Hi everyone. As we mark the passing of another year, I'd like to share some reflections with you. First, on behalf of the Board of Directors and the senior leadership team, let me thank all of you for your extraordinary work in 2021. Going into this year, we knew that getting people vaccinated against COVID-19 would be our highest priority, and we've been really effective in getting shots in the arms of the people we support. Now we need to do better with our workforce. COVID-19 vaccines have proven to be extraordinarily safe and effective in preventing serious illness. Yes, there are breakthrough cases, but you are much less likely to experience serious illness, hospitalization, and death if you are appropriately vaccinated. So think of it this way. You're about to leave the house, you look outside, and there's rain and wind blowing everywhere. Big storm. So you grab an umbrella, and you know the umbrella can't keep you 100% dry. But you also know you're a lot less likely to get completely soaked if you're carrying that umbrella. It's the best protection you have, so you use it. That's what the vaccine does. Now, imagine that you walk through severe wind and rainstorms for several days, and eventually it blows a hole in your umbrella. So even with the umbrella, you're still going to get soaked unless you patch up that hole. That's what booster shots do. And with the storm that's brewing due to the highly transmissible Omicron variant, boosters are essential. If it's been 6 months or more since you were fully vaccinated with Moderna or Pfizer, or 2 months since you were fully vaccinated with the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine, you need a booster. Boosters are free, they're effective, even against Omicron based on the information we currently have. So if you're not vaccinated, please get vaccinated. I'm worried about you. If you're eligible for a booster but haven't gotten it yet, please do it. Most pharmacies offer walk-in access, or you can go to the Niagara County Health Department website to sign up for a county clinic. We will be hosting a county vaccine clinic right here at Empower on Lockport Road on January 7th. Check your email for details. You know, we all had high hopes that we wouldn't spend so much of 2021 still talking about and planning around the pandemic. But here we are. So I want to thank our Quality Assurance and Human Resources departments for the great effort they've put into COVID prevention and compliance. But of course, COVID isn't the only thing we've done this year. Far from it. We've poured a ton of energy into advocacy. Thanks to President Biden and the Congress, the federal government sent unprecedented resources to Albany through the American Rescue Plan, and we were able to avoid the huge funding cuts we feared from New York State. Now, we have a new governor, a new OPWDD commissioner, and both of them show signs of greater support for not-for-profit providers like us. I personally spend hours every week talking with public officials and pushing for better funding and public policy, and I promise I will continue to do that next year. As Government Affairs Committee Chair for the Developmental Disabilities Alliance of Western New York, and as a board member of our statewide advocacy organization, New York Disability Advocates. 2021 brought a virtual visit from the Council on Quality and Leadership, leading to a new 3-year accreditation that only about 10% of providers across New York State have reached. So my thanks to all those who worked so hard to make this prestigious accreditation possible. In our community housing division, we received excellent site surveys from OPWDD in recognition of our quality services. We even survived a flood at our HUD apartment building. Special thanks to our maintenance department for their incredible work in keeping our sites in tip-top shape, and to the managers, nurses, and clinical team and direct support professionals, of course, for the great work you do. And that includes those of you providing respite and community habilitation. You make a huge difference. The whole country faces staffing shortages right now, but it's nothing new for our field, and so recruitment and retention have been a major focus. Thanks to our leaders in staff development and learning, HR, and community housing, we've recruited a record number of new employees this year, and we've kept our retention levels above industry standard. As part of that effort, Empower became the first Niagara County employer that I'm aware of to adopt the United Way of Buffalo and Erie County's Work-Life Solutions program, a collaboration with Evans Bank that gives employees access to referral services and personal loans. I was proud to lead a Donny rally in May on the need to invest in the direct care workforce and to testify at a Senate hearing in Albany in September on the same issue. We now have federal dollars coming into Empower through various funding mechanisms to support our programs and services. These dollars are starting to allow new investments in our workforce that will begin to turn the tide next year. Thanks to our preschool teachers, aides, clinicians, and staff, we were able to return to full-time in-person learning 5 days a week at Empower Children's Academy this fall. We launched the Remind app to enhance communication with families, and we opened a new integrated class at Niagara Street School in the falls. Sadly, this was also the year we finally decided we could no longer maintain our Article 28 clinic due to inadequate funding. My thanks to our maintenance crew for quickly turning the clinic back into a preschool classroom so we can serve more children in the academy. Over in job training and day programs, our Empties for Empower bottle return centers processed 3 million bottles and cans. That's a new record. We wrapped up year one of our grab-and-go coffee and snack cart at the fashion outlets and got a no-cost lease extension so we can continue to grow this service. Our community pre-vocational staff have worked so hard, and so has our day hab staff. Some other agencies still haven't reopened their day programs, and some have scaled them back. But we were up and running as soon as the state gave the green light last July, and we continue to enroll new people who can't get services elsewhere. My thanks to all of you for making that happen. Our job placement team continued to do great things too, including with the Steps to Work program through Access VR that offers paid summer work opportunities for high school students. We're adding another school this year, and Access VR recently described Empower as the go-to agency in Niagara County. And all of that's a great tribute to the job placement staff. Behind the scenes, our HR department led the way in changing our health insurance plans to keep more of your dollars in your paycheck without compromising the quality of your benefits. HR also got us into electronic benefits enrollment, a great time saver for everyone involved. Our finance team has adopted a new billing system and is now working on an electronic system for paying bills, again, bringing more efficiency to the process. And we're making long-awaited investments in IT and network and security infrastructure. Many of you have contributed to our diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts this year, and we are now preparing for a series of trainings next year for supervisors on DEI. We've added 4 new board members this year, including our first official self-advocate board liaison. Our golf tournament and basket auction both made a comeback this year, and I thank everyone who helped to raise thousands of dollars for Empower through these 2 great events. We're working on a refresh of our website to be completed early next year, and we're putting the finishing touches on our internal communication system that will appear on screens at every site in the agency in the first quarter of 2022. And we're wrapping up our new 3-year strategic plan, which will go to the board for approval in January. The 3 areas of focus are workforce development, technology, and expansion of services. So it's been an eventful year with at least as many accomplishments as challenges. Obviously, we have big goals for next year too, but I want to end by talking about something bigger than business objectives. I want to talk for just a minute about grace. Grace is kindness shown to others whether or not they deserve it. In its simplest form, grace is cutting someone slack in a tough moment. And these days, grace can be hard to find. We don't need to scream at service workers who make mistakes. We don't need to run to social media to put organizations and people on blast. We don't need to read the comment sections of news sites and Facebook, and we don't need to engage with internet trolls. We certainly don't need to assume everyone who disagrees with us has a bad motive. Sometimes rudeness is mistaken for strength, but true strength is found in restraint. True leadership is often measured in the words we don't say. Take it from me, I have holes in my tongue from biting it. But not every thought needs to be expressed, especially in these times when none of us are exactly at our best. The past couple of years have been really hard. Our mental health and emotional resilience are at low ebb. We would do well to remember some words that often circulate on social media. Be kind, because everyone is fighting a hard battle. So here's my invitation to you and to myself. Let's extend grace to ourselves and to others. Let's take it a little easier on ourselves, and let's try to be a lot more empathetic toward those around us. Let's accuse less and thank more. Let's extend this season of grace to the rest of the year. Here's to a year of accomplishments, here's to a return to grace, and here's to new adventures in 2022. Thank you all, and a blessed and happy holiday season to you and yours.